FBI raid. Mom lawyers up. Whoa. The mom of Minneapolis Catholic school shooter Mary Westman has lawyered up and refuses to cooperate with investigators. FBI down at her condo in Naples, Florida. FBI also raiding the home of the shooter's father, James Westman. This is crazy stuff, folks. Wink News was at the scene when FBI knocked on the door of Mary Grace Westman, the mom of the shooter. Now, she hasn't cooperated with authorities thus far and has retained a lawyer, Colin Kaepernick's lawyer, to defend her. What in the heck is going on here? Let me share some information about this FBI raid, the mom not lawyering up, the dad's FBI raid, and also one of the victim's family members' father speaks about this matter. This is wild stuff, folks. Check it out.
Wink News has confirmed a Mary Grace Westman of Minnesota owns a condo in Naples. The FBI was at that condo this afternoon. Wink News anchor Emma Heaton joins us live from that building tonight. Emma, you have exclusive video of the agents who were out there this afternoon.
Russ, Wink News cameras were exclusively rolling when we watched those unmarked FBI cars pull into the Berkshire Lakes community, Berkshire Lakes in Naples, about 5 miles east of downtown. We're standing now in the parking lot close to where that mother's apartment is. Now, we didn't know if she was home today. We knocked on the door, no answer. We also see a car that is in the parking spot of where her apartment is. Now, that wasn't the only thing in this parking lot earlier. We watched as unmarked FBI cars showed up, parked in a spot, walked where I'm walking toward this mother's apartment. So as we're walking over here, you can see on my right side, there's a window, some shades closed. Again, when we knocked earlier, we haven't seen any movement. No one was home. And at this time right now, no one is home as well to what we know. The FBI had approached this door dressed in normal clothing. We didn't know it was the FBI until they knocked on the door. Right here, Tanner, if you want to show, there's a fall sign on this door right here. They introduced themselves as the FBI, and as you mentioned exclusively, our cameras were rolling. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
Ms. Westman, my name is Dave Christie. I'm with the FBI.
So that is what we saw. We watched as those agents walked up with clipboards in hand, knocked on the door, also tried to go to the back of the building as well, to no avail. No answer on the door on either side. Now, throughout the day, we have also seen a couple of deputy cars make their way through the neighborhood. No one else came out to check if she is home, and we're still working to find out where exactly that mother is located at this time, what information the FBI has, and the Collier County Sheriff's Office as we work to learn more. But as I mentioned, I've been here throughout the day. My colleague Bridget Brachowski has been here as well. Bridget, if you want to come right over here. You've been knocking on doors. You've been speaking with neighbors. I saw you talking with a couple that lives up here and then another that lives in this apartment here. What exactly have they told you?
Yeah, that's right, Emma. I've been here since about 3 p.m. and several neighbors have been in and out of the community all day. I spoke with a resident who lives just above Westman and a couple who lives just 2 doors down. Neighbors told me they were beyond shocked by the news this morning and then even more taken aback after putting all the pieces together. But they all told me one thing, that Westman was a good neighbor, always saying hello and greeting others on her way in and out. Some knew about her children while others had no idea. Whether or not they knew Westman, they said that the tragedy that occurred this morning, they were beyond shocked and baffled that it hit so close to home here.
And this report is out by the Independent. Minneapolis suspect Mary Westman's mom retains Kaepernick lawyer, as cops say she has not spoken to him. The mother of 23-year-old suspect worked at the school where the shooting took place for 5 years. Goes on to say, police in Minneapolis say they have not been able to speak to the mother of church shooting suspect Mary Westman. As investigations into the killings continue, the 23-year-old suspect opened fire at the Annunciation Catholic School Church in Minneapolis 8:30 on Wednesday morning before taking his or her own life. 2 children, murdered. Multiple other children wounded. Officers are now trying to piece together what led to the tragedy, including conducting dozens of interviews with those who knew Westman best. But police said they had not been unable to speak with Mary Grace Westman, the suspect's mother, who has hired a criminal defense attorney in the wake of the shooting. I know we have not been successful in talking to the shooter's mother yet at this time, the police said during a press conference, but there continue to be efforts made to get that done. So apparently Colin Kaepernick's lawyer, the mother hired. Whoa. Mom's hiring a lawyer. Mom's not answering the door for the FBI in the condo in Naples. And appears the FBI also raided the dad's place. Check it out. Also appears the FBI raided the home of the shooter's father, James Westman. Police raided the home of Minneapolis shooter's father, James Jim Westman, after the bloody Annunciation Church massacre. Jim shared 3 children with his ex-wife, Mary Grace Westman. You just saw the report of the mother. The mother's not answering her condo in Naples. The family lived in Hastings, Minnesota before the parents divorced in 2013. During a recent raid of his home, Jim told police Robin had recently broke up with a significant partner and had been staying with a friend. Police seized a Condor tactical vest with various attachments not related to law enforcement security from the home of the father. Officers also recovered 2 external media storage devices and a collection of documents. A man who lives across the street from Jim described the Westman family as good neighbors. The neighbor said he would often cross paths with Jim and Robin's stepmom, noting how they would say hello to each other and share quick chats. He claimed Jim once shared landscaping rocks with him and that the Westman children frequent the house regularly. It is not clear what Robin's father, Jim, did for a living. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors and speculation. He was a government contractor. What's going on here? FBI raids, but that's typically normal when it comes to these shooters. They go to the family's homes and start raiding and trying to find information, but now the father's home has also been raided.
Yesterday, a coward decided to take our 8-year-old son Fletcher away from us. Because of their actions, we will never be allowed to hold him, talk to him, play with him, and watch him grow into the wonderful young man he was on the path to becoming. Fletcher loved his family, friends, fishing, cooking, and any sport that he was allowed to play. While the hole in our hearts and lives will never be filled, I hope that in time our family can find healing. I pray that the other victim's family can find some semblance of the same. I'm hopeful that all the wounded are able to make a full recovery and return home to their families. And finally, all the people, and especially the children, impacted by this horrific event are able to recover mentally and find strength to live loving, happy, and full lives. Over the past day, I've heard many stories accounting the swift and heroic actions of children and adults alike from inside the church. Without these people and their selfless actions, this could have been a tragedy of many magnitudes more. For these people, I'm thankful. Moving forward, we ask not for your sympathy, but your empathy. As our family and the Annunciation community grieve and try to make sense of such a senseless act of violence. Please remember Fletcher for the person he was and not the act that ended his life. Give your kids an extra hug and kiss today. We love you, Fletcher. You'll always be with us.
So why isn't she cooperating? Well, she has some explaining to do considering his track record or her track record, whatever you want to say. Robert, Robin. I know a lot of people say it's a he, she. Apparently the mom petitioned the courts when this individual was only 17 years old to have the name changed from Robert to Robin. Apparently the mom was involved with giving this person medical treatments and hormone shots and all types of crazy things when this individual was a juvenile. Now, Robin was, at the time of the shooting, 23 years old, so it wasn't an adult, but it makes people wonder what type of role mom played in this whole thing. Because mom used to be, worked at the school church that this individual did the shooting at, and mom refuses to speak to investigators. What does that all mean? We'll see if the mom gets charged in any way, shape, or form, or is mom trying to protect her interest here because they know the FBI is breathing down her neck. As you heard in the report, Dad, they see some evidence here. What in the heck is going on here? Will there be any other charges on any other people here? The shooter can't be charged. Shooter's no longer here. But mom, let me know what you think about the mom here. You know, I put out a tweet and I said, any child under the age of 18 that is, claims to be trans, the parents should be charged with, mom, dad should be charged with child abuse. If someone's a juvenile, now, if they're over 18, they want to be trans, hey, so be it. That's their choice. Personal freedom, right? Everyone over the age of 18, can do whatever they want to do in this country, right? It's a free country. But under the age of 18, I'm not in support of anyone when their parents, help them, be trans and change under the age of 18. I think it's a form of child abuse. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think about your opinion on the matter. We're following this case extensively. We'll see if the mom eventually talks, and we'll see if the mom gets arrested. I am JLR Investigates, covering that terrible tragedy in Minneapolis. Our thoughts and prayers with all the victims. Should have never happened. Why did it happen, though? Maybe the mom can reveal a lot. We'll talk soon. JLR Investigates. Stay tuned.